OPW Heavyweight Champion.
Torquay, they are ready, as am I. You would have seen the video a moment ago. You would have seen it across our social medias. That OPW Heavyweight Championship has been vacated. And the two contenders, this man, Jesse Love.
From the Gold Coast and your girlfriend's bedroom, accompanied by Jazzy, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jesse Love.
What a man. Absolutely jacked. Looking fantastic. Big gold chain around his neck. But I'm sure he would love a big gold belt around his waist. In order to do so, he's going to have to take on one man, the eternal Edward Dusk. That's Geelong's own Edward Dusk. Earlier we saw Jake Taylor be stated as one of the best wrestlers to come out of the Surf Coast, to come out of this whole region. The other person to have that moniker, to have that title, is Edward Dusk. And he would love to have that OPW title added to his accolades, to his list of achievements. It's not going to be an easy fight here in your OPW Wrestle Wave main event. And the crowd here at Torquay are clearly behind the hometown boy. So let's pass to Pat for our formal introduction.
Right here at the Wordy Buyer Stadium in Torquay, Victoria, this is your Wrestle Wave main event. This match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for your OPW Heavyweight Championship. Your referee in charge, Mr. Dylan McKay. Introducing first to my left, from the Gold Coast, Queensland, and your girlfriend's bedroom, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jesse Love. And his opponent to my right, from the Surf Coast of Geelong, Victoria, weighing at 220 pounds, he is the son of a witch. He is more than mortal. He is the eternal Edward Dusk.
Big fight feel in Torquay. Edward Dusk takes on Jesse Love for that vacant OPW Heavyweight Championship. Seconds. Moments. Ref Dylan McKay passes on that belt. Checks in with our competitors. And the bell has been rung. We are underway for your main event. Jesse Love just makes his way to the outside. Play a bit of psychological game with not just Edward Dusk, but the lovely people here in Torquay. Let's have a discussion around the OPW Heavyweight Championship, vacated on the 21st of December 2025 by Mustafa Ali, former WWE champion and cruiserweight division leader. forced to vacate the title after 455 days. The first ever OPW heavyweight champion, Australia's Adam Brooks, held it for a collective 449 days. Big, massive runs for both these men. And I can assure you that either Jesse Love or Edward Dusk, too, would love to have that title for as many days. But Edward Dusk playing his own psychological game on Jesse Love, forcing him to cower in that corner. These two men feeling each other out. Standard locker, collar elbow lock up. Jesse Love tries it the same. The son of a witch doesn't flinch. Instead, he follows it up with a headlock, forcing Jesse Love down. These two men attempting to outmuscle each other, but you can't outmuscle Jesse Love with that shoulder tackle, knocking Dusk into the mat. Up and over, Dusk. Able to this time, that shoulder tackle dropping Jesse down. Oh, that shot, two of them. They connect. Jesse Love, not with no moment advantage. Sends him to the outside, does Dusk. One advantage that Jesse will have here is Jazzy on the outside, but Dusk can still go airborne if he tries. Oh, come on. When I said he has the advantage of Jazzy by his side, not to be his human shield. What an absolute lowlife from Jesse. Whoa! Backhand chop from Dusk. Now, of course, Dusk's lovely wife Tegan in the crowd, not far from the ring. Dusky would never put his lovely wife Tegan into danger. Jesse Love turns around and chops the outside post for his hard work. Ref Dylan McKay, they have the count of 10 to get back in the ring.
Where are you running?
Otherwise, we will end in a disqualification. Once again, Jazzy being used as a shield. Dastardly work. Oh, even worse with that axe handle to the right between the shoulder blades of Dusk. Now stomping him on the outside. Sends him into the post, just ricocheting his face off and then his body into that barricade. Right into the people of Geelong, of Torquay, his people. Ref Dylan getting high in the count. Both men back in the ring. Cover from Jesse Love. Could he be? No. Big right hands from Love. There's a whole lot of thrusting and gyrating from Jesse Love. Huge height on that leg drop cover. Kick out at 2. This match continues. Smart, look, not the smartest thing for Jesse Love to get into the face of the crowd here in Torquay. This isn't the Gold Coast. The crowd, no desire to count. Thrust it to the face of Dusk. Dusky catches him, pulls his legs out. Face to turnbuckle. Now it's his turn. And Geelong talking, we are happy to count along. With a thrust of his own. Dusky gets taken out by Love. Cover. Last possible second. Now, of course, Edward Dusk, not a weak man by any stretch, but he could be out-muscled here by Jesse as he pulls him up by the neck, spits into the crowd of Torquay, neck breaker setup. Cover once again. Not enough. Got a little bit more to take down the Eternal. Jesse Love, though, sends Dusky to the outside. Distracting the referee, allowing Jazzy to get some boots in to Edward Dusk. Torquay doing what they can to get the attention back. But Jesse Love makes way to the outside and follows up with a series of blows to the side of Dusky's face. Love brings him back into the ring. Rolls through, cover again. Kick out from Dusk. You can see the pain across his face, because this is the main event. This is the big one. This is the big time. These two, they are fighting for the OPW Heavyweight Championship, the biggest prize this company has to offer. And Jesse Love is not afraid to those dirty tactics as Jazzy once again coming to the assistance, pulling the throat of Dusk onto the ropes. Now, rope being a misnomer, of course. These are high tension steel cables wrapped in very, very little, but not just tape. Suplex from Love. The pain across Dusky, cover again. Jesse with the clear upper hand. Love taking the opportunity to showboat to the crowd here at Torquay. Follows up with some boots to the midsection. Flying crutch into the face of Dusky. Not my ideal situation to be in, neither for Dusky's. Love pulls and goes to the cover again. Dusky has not been able to get himself an opportunity to pin. Headlock, the chin right under the jaw, pulling into the larynx, cutting off circulation down the jugular of Dusky, who attempts to get to his feet, but he's pulled down, both shoulders touching the mat. Or is it? Dusky's reaching, pulling the shoulder up.
Keep your eyes off my missus, big boy.
Jesse, you should be bringing your eyes off your misses as well and keeping them in the ring with Edward Dusk as he is gasping and pulling, try to get up and off this mat and still be in with a shot for the OPW Heavyweight Championship. Dusky gets to his feet, blows to the sides, chop across the chest. Dusky with a moment to shine. Off the rope, ducks it. Superman punch! Drops him to the mat. Back elbow. Dusky, now is your time. Here in front of Torquay. Sends him up and over. Splash. Follows it up. Twisting. Suplex cover. Kick out at two. Jesse Love somehow still in it. Dusky still somehow in this match. Let us know your thoughts as we play this replay. Seeing it happen from across the ring. Slow motion splash. Dusky pops him up, swings him around. And that unsuccessful cover. Be sure to let us know your thoughts. Who are you? Team Dusk, Team Love. Hashtag Wrestle Rave. Dusky sent to the middle buckle, rocks his noggin. Leg drop. Cover from Love. This could be it. 1, 2. Not enough. Dusky kicks out once again. Referee Dylan McKay checking in on Dusk. Love busy checking in with Jazzy. Has been a little too involved in this match herself. She's done it once again, distracting him. Send off the road, rebound suplex from Dusky. This could be it. DDT. 1, 2. Jazzy pulls Ref Dylan out of the ring. That was it. Edward Dusk should be our OPW heavyweight champion. Kick her out, the crowd says, and I agree. Corsa sends it home, picks him up into an electric chair. Love pulling at the eyes of Dusk. Manages to escape. Pump knee. Rocks the jaw of Dusky. Cover. He's out of here. No, he's not. He is still in. Kicks out at 2. Dusky is doing it with nothing but skill and intuition and the power of Torquay. You can see he is gasping. He is pulling at whatever oxygen he can. Jazzy passing the belt to Love. He wouldn't dare. He wants to strike. Dusky with it, pulls Dylan out of the way. Big Claymore style kick. Big boot from Dusk. Both men are down. Referee has to the count of 10. Neither of these men are able to get to their feet by the count of 10. This belt will continue to be vacant. That's the way I don't want to see it. I am sure that's the way that you don't want to see this match end. Dusky first with his feet as he kips up with these unknown reserves. Right hook from Love followed by Dusky. It is just a slugfest here. Dusky just pulling at Love, wanting him to get angry. Oh! Big forearms, massive forearms, monstrous forearms from the Immortal. From the Eternal and potentially new heavyweight champion as he eyes off Jesse Love. But Jazzy once again gets in the way, grabbing at the ankles of Dusk. Dusk has had enough. He wouldn't do it. Ref Dylan getting between the two of them. Love! Love with the belt! Knocks out Dusk! Oh no, this is it. Disgusting work from Jesse Love with the referee's back turn. Smashes that belt into the face of Edward Dusk and uses it to become the new OPW heavyweight champion. Jazzy on the outside continued to be an invaluable asset for Jesse. Multiple times getting involved in the match. But the bell of Edward Dusk was rung. Forced him to the outside where I hope he's being looked at. Well, there he is, slowly getting to his feet. I don't have enough words, enough negative things to say about the disrespect from Jesse Love. Hang on, Dusk! Spear! In the middle of the ring! Dusky cuts him in half! I don't think this is the last time we see these two face to face.
When this all began, boy, you were just an obstacle in my way. And I said that was a very dangerous place to be. But now, you're a target. And I promise, with this 500 strong behind me, because we will come back. And I swear on my wife's beautiful eyes, I am coming for you. I am coming for that title. And I will take it from you. Hold it close, because your days are numbered. And because I'm not a little pussy like you all say, count your days, bitch.
Big words from Edward Dusk. He calls it out. He wants his rematch